There's a quiet moment every morning, a moment of transition between night and day, between rest and activity. For seniors, this moment holds a profound significance, because how the day begins often shapes not only the hours that follow but the quality of life itself. Breakfast, more than just a meal, is the gateway to vitality, clarity, and strength. As the years go by, our bodies evolve. The metabolism that once effortlessly burned through calories begins to slow, digestion becomes more sensitive, and the delicate balance of hormones and blood sugar teeters more easily. Aging is not merely about the passage of time, but about how we choose to care for the vessel that carries us through life's journey. In this context, breakfast takes on an even greater importance. It is the first signal we send to our body every day, a signal that can either awaken it gently or throw it into disarray. The foods we choose in the morning can set off a cascade of reactions, some beneficial, some harmful, that ripple through our cardiovascular system, brain function, immune defenses, and overall energy. For many seniors, breakfast routines are often filled with foods that seem harmless, even comforting. A bowl of sugary cereal, a flaky pastry, or a glass of sweetened juice might be staples. Yet, hidden beneath these familiar choices lurk risks that could silently undermine health over time. These foods can cause spikes and crashes in blood sugar, promote inflammation, burden the digestive system, and increase the risk of chronic illnesses that seniors are already vulnerable to. But why is this important? Because the morning meal isn't just about filling the stomach. It's about nourishing the cells, fueling the brain, and setting the tone for the day's physical and mental performance. For seniors who wish to live with energy, independence, and joy, the right breakfast can be a powerful ally. Beyond the science, there is a deeper truth. Breakfast symbolizes renewal. It is a ritual that honors the continuity of life and the wisdom earned through decades. Choosing what to eat in the morning becomes an act of self-respect, a way to listen to one's body and mind, and a commitment to nurture oneself with kindness. In the chapters ahead, we will explore 5 specific foods that seniors should avoid at breakfast, foods that, despite their popularity, can drain energy and harm health. This journey is not about restriction but about awareness. It's about recognizing how seemingly small choices echo profoundly through our well-being. Stories from those who have changed their morning habits reveal the transformative power of mindful eating. These are stories of regained strength, clearer minds, and days lived with renewed vigor. They remind us that it's never too late to reclaim control over health and happiness. As the sun rises, offering light and hope, so too does each morning meal offer an opportunity to choose vitality over fatigue, clarity over fog, and life over decline. So let us step gently into this day, understanding that the first meal is more than food. It is the foundation of a life well lived, the spark that kindles energy, and the quiet celebration of the gift of growing older with grace and strength. It's easy to reach for a box of cereal in the morning, brightly colored, quick to prepare, and comforting in its familiarity. For many seniors, sugary cereals and processed carbs seem like a harmless start to the day. But beneath their convenience lies a hidden danger that few truly understand. Sugary cereals are often loaded with refined sugars and empty calories that trigger a rapid spike in blood sugar levels. This sudden surge feels like a quick burst of energy, but it's deceptive, a fleeting spark that quickly fizzles into exhaustion and irritability. Imagine lighting a firework that explodes brightly for a moment, only to leave a trail of smoke and silence afterward. That's the reality of what processed carbs do inside the aging body. As we grow older, our bodies become less efficient at managing blood sugar. The pancreas produces insulin more sluggishly, and cells respond less effectively to this critical hormone. The roller coaster effect of spikes and crashes isn't just uncomfortable. It can set the stage for insulin resistance, a precursor to type 2 diabetes, a condition that disproportionately affects seniors and carries a heavy burden of complications. But the impact doesn't stop there. Processed carbs also feed inflammation, a silent enemy lurking at the core of many chronic diseases. Inflammation can exacerbate arthritis pain, contribute to cardiovascular disease, and impair cognitive function. For seniors, this is especially concerning as inflammation accelerates the decline of tissues and organs already under strain. Consider the digestive system, too. Processed carbs, stripped of their natural fiber, offer little nourishment for the gut. Healthy digestion relies on fiber to regulate bowel movements and maintain a balanced microbiome, the community of beneficial bacteria essential for nutrient absorption and immune health. When this balance falters, seniors can suffer from bloating, constipation, or worse. Stories abound of seniors who found themselves trapped in cycles of fatigue and frustration, unable to maintain energy even after breakfast. They'd start the day feeling hopeful but quickly succumb to mid-morning slumps. Many didn't realize that the very foods they thought were fueling them were, in fact, draining their vitality. Breaking free from this trap doesn't require drastic measures. It begins with awareness, a willingness to look beyond packaging and habits to understand how food truly interacts with an aging body. Choosing cereals rich in whole grains, low in sugar, or turning instead to nourishing alternatives like oatmeal, nuts, and fresh fruits can transform mornings from a battle with energy to a celebration of sustained vitality. This hidden danger teaches us a profound lesson. What looks like energy on the surface may conceal imbalance underneath. It reminds us that true nourishment comes not from quick fixes, but from foods that honor the body's need for steady, lasting fuel. As we continue, we'll explore more common breakfast choices that carry similar risks, each with its own story of how it can quietly undermine health if left unchecked. But for now, let this be a moment of reflection. The simple cereal bowl can be a crossroads, a choice between fleeting pleasure and enduring strength. There's a certain comfort in sizzling bacon or a savory sausage on a morning plate. The aroma, the taste, it feels like a reward, a simple pleasure to start the day. But behind this familiar indulgence lies a silent threat that too many seniors overlook. High-fat processed meats quietly chip away at heart health, one bite at a time. Aging hearts don't beat the same way they did in youth. The arteries become less flexible, the walls thicken, and the risk of cardiovascular disease rises steadily. Processed meats, those cured, smoked, or heavily salted favorites, add fuel to this fire. Laden with saturated fats, preservatives, and sodium, they contribute to clogged arteries and increased blood pressure, setting the stage for heart attacks, strokes, and other serious complications. Saturated fat, in particular, is a formidable enemy for the aging cardiovascular system. It raises LDL cholesterol, often called bad cholesterol, which accumulates in artery walls like plaque, narrowing the vessels and limiting blood flow. For seniors whose circulatory systems are already working harder, this can mean a dangerous decrease in oxygen and nutrient delivery to vital organs. Beyond fats, processed meats contain additives such as nitrates and nitrites, chemicals used to preserve color and extend shelf life. While they may seem harmless in small doses, studies show these compounds can damage blood vessels and promote inflammation, further accelerating heart disease. The irony is stark. Foods that delight the palate may stealthily undermine the very vitality they seem to promise. But it's not just about the heart. Excessive sodium in these meats also strains the kidneys, which naturally lose efficiency with age. The kidneys play a crucial role in regulating blood pressure and removing waste. When overloaded, they falter, compounding the risks of hypertension and fluid retention. Many seniors don't immediately connect their favorite breakfast meats with these risks. It's often the little moments, feeling more easily winded during walks, noticing swollen ankles, or being told their blood pressure is creeping upward, that serve as wake-up calls. Sometimes it takes hearing the personal stories of those who faced heart troubles to realize how much the morning plate can influence lifelong health. Changing this habit isn't about giving up pleasure, it's about rediscovering balance. Lean proteins like eggs, cottage cheese, or plant-based alternatives can satisfy cravings without jeopardizing heart health. Adding fresh vegetables or whole grains brings fiber and antioxidants into the mix, creating meals that nurture rather than harm. This chapter's lesson is subtle but powerful. Not all comfort foods are created equal. High-fat processed meats may soothe the senses for a moment, but their long-term effects echo through the body, quietly eroding the foundation of health. Understanding this is a step toward honoring the body's evolving needs, toward choosing foods that celebrate life's later chapters with strength, not compromise. It's a gentle invitation to listen to what the heart truly desires: nourishment, respect, and the freedom to beat strong for years to come. The allure of a warm croissant, a flaky Danish, or a soft, buttery muffin is undeniable. These pastries often grace breakfast tables like tiny celebrations, sweet moments of indulgence that bring comfort and joy. Yet for seniors, these seemingly innocent treats harbor hidden dangers that can quietly undermine health and vitality. At the heart of the issue lies refined flour, the base ingredient of most pastries and baked goods. Stripped of its natural fiber and nutrients during processing, refined flour behaves like a double-edged sword. It rapidly converts to glucose once consumed, triggering sharp spikes in blood sugar much like sugary cereals do. For seniors whose metabolic systems are more fragile, these spikes lead to the familiar roller coaster of energy surges followed by debilitating crashes. But the story doesn't end with blood sugar. Refined flour's lack of fiber leaves the digestive system yearning for what it needs to function smoothly. Fiber not only aids digestion, but also helps regulate cholesterol levels, a crucial factor in heart health. Without it, seniors may experience constipation, sluggish digestion, and an increased risk of cholesterol-related problems. Beyond flour, pastries often contain trans fats and high levels of sugar and salt, ingredients that exacerbate inflammation throughout the body. Chronic inflammation, as we've seen, is a stealthy enemy in aging, fueling conditions ranging from arthritis to cognitive decline. Regular consumption of these foods adds fuel to that fire, turning a simple breakfast indulgence into a daily health hazard. Seniors who rely on pastries as a go-to breakfast may find themselves trapped in a cycle of cravings and fatigue. The initial pleasure quickly gives way to feelings of sluggishness and brain fog, making it harder to enjoy the day's activities. Over time, this pattern erodes the foundation of energy and well-being, quietly pushing the body toward chronic illness. Yet, this chapter is not about denial but about mindful choice. There is room for sweetness and comfort in a senior's diet, just not at the expense of health. Whole grain options, homemade baked goods with natural sweeteners, or fruit-infused oatmeal can satisfy those cravings while providing steady nourishment. The pitfall of pastries reminds us that not all delights come without a price. It calls for wisdom in recognizing the difference between momentary pleasure and lasting wellness, a wisdom that deepens with age and experience. As seniors navigate the complex landscape of nutrition, understanding these hidden dangers empowers them to make choices that honor both body and soul. Because true nourishment is not just about taste. It's about fueling a life rich with energy, clarity, and joy. For many seniors, breakfast isn't complete without a splash of milk in their coffee or a creamy bowl of yogurt topped with fruit. Smoothies, flavored milks, and sweetened juices also often make appearances, promising a quick dose of nutrients and refreshment. Yet the comforting appeal of dairy overload and sugary drinks can mask subtle, but significant, risks to health and energy. Dairy, in moderation, provides essential calcium, vitamin D, and protein, key players in maintaining bone density and muscle strength. But when consumed in excess, particularly in forms laden with added sugars, dairy can become a double-edged sword. Too much saturated fat from full-fat dairy products can contribute to elevated cholesterol levels, amplifying the heart risks we've already discussed. Meanwhile, flavored yogurts and milk drinks often carry hidden sugar content that accelerates blood sugar spikes, undoing the benefits of their nutrient profile. Sugary drinks, whether fruit juices, flavored coffee creamers, or packaged smoothies, are another common pitfall. They provide rapid energy boosts that seem beneficial at first but lead to crashes that drain vitality. Unlike whole fruits, juices lack fiber, which means the sugars are absorbed more quickly and intensely. This overload taxes the pancreas and exacerbates insulin resistance, a critical concern for seniors aiming to maintain metabolic balance. Moreover, sugary drinks contribute to chronic inflammation, a recurring foe in the battle for senior health. The excess sugar promotes oxidative stress, damaging cells and accelerating the aging process. This not only impacts physical health but also cognitive function, mood stability, and immune resilience. Beyond sugar and fat, some dairy products contain additives and preservatives that may irritate sensitive digestive systems common in older adults. Bloating, discomfort, and irregular digestion can become unwelcome morning companions, undermining energy and well-being. Many seniors don't realize that even foods perceived as healthy, like yogurt or fruit juices, can carry hidden dangers when consumed indiscriminately. It's a subtle reminder that the quality and quantity of what we consume matter just as much as the type of food. Finding balance means choosing low-fat or plant-based dairy alternatives, reading labels carefully, and favoring whole fruits over juices. It's about embracing hydration through water, herbal teas, and natural infusions that refresh without the sugar crash. This chapter urges seniors to rethink their morning liquids and dairy choices, not as a sacrifice, but as a gift of mindful nourishment. It's an invitation to honor the body's changing needs with kindness and wisdom, transforming breakfast from a source of hidden harm into a foundation of lasting energy and health. Breakfast, after all, is more than just the first meal of the day. It is a ritual, a moment to honor the body and mind with nourishment that sustains vitality and clarity. For seniors, embracing healthy alternatives is not about restriction or sacrifice. It is an opportunity to rediscover foods that celebrate life's richness and foster long-lasting energy. Imagine beginning your day with the subtle warmth of oatmeal, its gentle fiber weaving a protective shield through your digestive tract. Whole grains like oats slow the release of glucose, stabilizing blood sugar and fueling steady energy. Topped with fresh berries bursting with antioxidants, a handful of nuts rich in omega-3s, or a drizzle of natural honey, oatmeal becomes a canvas for both flavor and wellness. Lean proteins are another cornerstone of a balanced breakfast. Eggs, in their myriad forms, from soft-boiled to fluffy omelets with colorful vegetables, offer essential amino acids to support muscle strength and repair. Plant-based proteins like chia seeds, flax seeds, or tofu also provide nourishment while reducing inflammation and supporting heart health. Vegetables at breakfast might seem unconventional to some, yet they add fiber, vitamins, and minerals that brighten the plate and invigorate the body. Sautéed spinach, ripe tomatoes, or crunchy bell peppers bring vibrant color and essential nutrients, creating a meal that delights the senses and nurtures the body. Hydration, too, deserves mindful attention. Water infused with lemon or fresh herbs offers gentle refreshment without the sugar rush or crash. Herbal teas, such as ginger or chamomile, soothe digestion and calm the mind, enhancing the holistic experience of breakfast. Transitioning to these wholesome options may feel unfamiliar at first, especially when contrasted with decades of ingrained habits. But this shift is not just about changing food. It is about changing mindset. It's about embracing a new chapter where food becomes medicine, art, and celebration. For seniors, This means listening deeply to the body's signals, honoring fullness, savoring textures, and seeking balance. It's a practice rooted in self-respect and curiosity, a dance between pleasure and prudence. This chapter invites you to see breakfast not as a routine, but as a ritual of renewal. Each bite becomes a choice for strength, clarity, and joy. And in that choice lies the power to transform not only the morning but the entire day ahead. As the sun rises and paints the world anew, so too does each morning offer a fresh canvas, a chance to choose not just what we eat, but how we honor our bodies and our lives. For seniors, this awakening is profound. It is a moment to reclaim vitality by becoming mindful architects of their health, starting with the very first meal of the day. The foods we choose for breakfast are far more than fuel. They are the seeds from which our energy, clarity, and well-being grow. By turning away from hidden dangers like sugary cereals, processed meats, refined pastries, dairy overload, and sugary drinks, seniors step into a realm where nourishment supports longevity rather than undermining it. This journey is deeply personal but universally important. It requires patience, curiosity, and above all, kindness toward oneself. Change doesn't happen overnight, but with each conscious choice, the body responds with renewed strength, clearer mind, and a spirit ready to embrace the day's possibilities. Remember, the path to health is not paved with perfection, but with persistence. Every small decision matters, every mindful bite counts, and every morning is an opportunity to begin again. If this message resonates with you or someone you care about, I invite you to join this community of seniors embracing health and wisdom. Subscribe to the channel for more insights that empower your journey toward a vibrant, energized life. Together, let's awaken to the power of our morning choices and celebrate the gift of health that each day brings.